Happy Wellness Wednesday. It's been a while since I've been live. Wanted to come on and check in on my people. How are you all doing? How are you taking care of you? How's this month been for you all? As you see, the title or the topic is self-care check-in. A lot of my people that I talk to are life is lifing, right? We know what that means. We know how that looks. And for some, it is a lot. It's a lot. And so I want to check in with you all. I want to see what your gas tank is looking like. Um, and when I say that, I know sometimes people are like, what in the world are we talking about when we say a gas tank? Hey, happy Wednesday. We're doing a wellness check, and I want to know how you are doing, especially when it comes to taking care of you, taking care of your mental, your emotional needs. What's your gas tank on? And I'm not talking about the car. I'm talking about your emotional and your mental gas tank. Are you like very many people driving around and the gas light is on? Right. So this is how you'll know if your gas light is on, if you're on fumes, because some of y'all driving around and you're driving on fumes. But this is what it means. And this is how you'll know if your gas light is on. You find that you are irritable, you are frustrated, little things are setting you off, you don't want to be bothered, you are drained, you're dragging. So in the morning time, it's time to get going, and you like, Lord Jesus, I can't get out the bed, or I don't want to get out the bed, or I don't want to be bothered. All of those are signs that your gas tank is low and that you might need to go to the gas station. I was telling somebody, now don't y'all judge me, but back in the day, I used to in real life drive around with my gas tank. The light, that light comes on, right? And that light will let you know, hey sis, you need to get some gas. But I knew my car. So I would kind of drive around with the gas light on. And I was like, I know how much further I can go with the light on, right? But there's a difference that you notice between how your car performs and operates, right? When it's at a full tank of gas, that car can go. You ready to accelerate, get on the interstate, and that thing just takes off, right? But when you driving on fumes, it's maybe stutters a little bit. It's hard to get it moving. You try to turn it on, and you hear that. You hear that cough, you hear that sputter. That's how it is for some of y'all. Emotionally and mentally, you are sputtering and you are dragging, and you don't have the energy to get up and go. You sometimes may not even have the emotional willpower to go. I don't it to give to you, right? So think about at work even. Your boss may have projects, deadlines coming up, and people are talking to you. Why are y'all talking to me? Right? That's some of y'all. You saying that. Leave. Why are you talking to me? Like what are we even doing? What do you need? So you're snapping off at people, right? Your fuse is about this long. Those are clear indicators that you need to reset. You need a recharge. Put in the comments and let me know where you fit in. Where are you? What is your gas tank on? Right? Are you at the full? Are you down here, half a tank, quarter tank? Where you at? Da- Down right above the red. Where are you? Put it in the comments. I want to see. Because many of us this month is drained a lot out of you, right? And it has cost you your emotional health, your mental health. Some of y'all are draining, you're dragging, and you're tired. Physically, you're tired, but emotionally, you're also drained. And that place where, um, you run all the way completely out of gas, right? So let's talk. Where are you? Put it in the chat. Where are you? Are you half a tank, full tank, or are you just, down there? Is the light on? Put it in there. Is the light on for you? Right? And what are you noticing? What are you noticing? Are you tired? Are you overeating, under eating? What are you noticing? So I want to kind of check in with y'all. I also want to let you know that life happens. So the way that you're feeling, it is actually normal to sometimes get to a place where we're dragging. And when we get to that place, the next step is important. And that's you giving you permission to gas up. Some of y'all driving around and you see the red light on in your car and you're saying, I'll get to it. Or you're saying, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I'll get to it. I don't have the time. Sis, bruh, you make time, right? So it's important once you recognize that, hey, I'm actually on the verge of burning out, because that's what we're really talking about. When you get to that place where you are stressed and overwhelmed by life, and listen, life has a way of coming at you from all angles, right? And it's pressure. Adulting, let's just start there. Adulting is not for the faint of heart, right? And they don't tell you that. Well, they didn't tell us when we were younger, because we wanted to be an adult real fast, real quick, right? And now we like, wait a minute, I was just playing. I changed my mind, right? But adulting, right? So if you are a spouse, you have to connect with your partner, right? That is work, right? If you are a parent, raising your children, being present with them is work. It takes focus, it takes energy, it takes time, it takes effort. You've got to be intentional. I said 5 words and I'm drained already, right? Parenting is no easy task. That's on top of having to go to school, having to go to work, show up, perform, get the job done, get the task done, connect with your coworkers who some of them get on your nerves. All of that is a lot. And if you're not mindful, if you're not checking your gauges, then it is very possible that you can get to a place where you are running on fumes, right? How many of us in real life has looked down and you're like, dang, the light is on. I didn't even know. That happens, right? So it's not about beating yourself up, but it is about giving you what you need when you see that red light come on. Not dry. Well, I said red light, but it might be actually orange or whatever light is, or the indicator that comes on in your car. So when your body begins to tell you that, hey, you are riding on fumes, I need you to give you permission to take care of that. Right? So think about that. What does that mean to give yourself permission to reset, to recharge? What will that look like for you to give you permission to reset, recharge? What does that look like for you? Go ahead, put that in the comment. Let me see what that's going to look like for you. What do you need to do to reset, to recharge? Some need to take off work. Some of y'all when is the last time you took off work? Some of y'all act like you're scared to take off, right? Whether it's because you are saying, if I take off, then I'm going to get behind at work and whatever. Honey, if something happens to you because you get so burned out, guess what? That work is going to be there. And they're going to hire someone else who, guess what, is going to do that same job. Leave that. Listen, that work will be there. So for some people, it is giving yourself permission to take off. For other people, it might be at work, giving yourself permission to set boundaries with your coworkers, with your boss, with you. Take breaks. Are you taking your lunch break? Right? Some of us are so stressed and drained at work because we're not doing the self-care necessary there, including stopping work, going outside, maybe sitting in your car, getting out of the office, taking that break. Somebody said, I am below empty between work and home. You're ignoring the light. Don't seem like it's enough time in the day. Yes. Listen, there are so many people who are right there with you, right? Where you just feel like this is, oh Lord, this is not, my sister says it, this is not sustainable, right? So the first step is, now that we've identified where you are, right, below empty, it's giving yourself permission to do what is necessary to recharge. So between work and home, both of those are big. We got to eat, right? So we got to have the job, we have to work, and then home. We're coming in. And I don't know if you are a parent or what, but coming in, trying to cook, trying to make sure the kids' homework is done. If you have a partner, how is trying to connect and engage with them. It's a lot. So, one of the things that we teach in our self care course is how to balance and manage those things, and how to challenge our mindset. A lot of times we tell ourselves, I got to do this, 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 and this. If I don't do this, then I'm not perfect. I got to be the perfect parent. And we may not use the word perfect to ourselves, but this is how it sounds. Man, I didn't do this for the kid, the child, so I am not a good parent. So sometimes we have these unrealistic expectations for ourselves in those roles that we're striving to live to, and it's not realistic. It's okay if the laundry isn't done today. You ain't gonna die if your laundry isn't done, right? We may be able to put that off. Maybe today I'm not cooking. These leftovers, go look in the refrigerator. Or maybe we're going to eat out today, right? Or maybe when I come home today, hey, listen, honey, you get the kids. I need a break. It's me time. I need a nap. Or maybe today I'm taking off. Everybody, y'all go to school, y'all go to work, and I'm taking off. And don't tell nobody you're taking. I mean, tell the job, but don't tell anyone else you're taking off. And you just sleep in if you need to. Go for a walk if you need to. All right. So, what are you going to do? Y'all put that in the comments. What are you giving you permission to do in order to reset? Y'all put it in the comments. I want to see. Hey, Renaya. What are you going to do to give yourself permission to reset? So what does resetting look like for you, especially when we're talking about our gas tank? What is getting gas for you, right? What does that look like on an emotional and mental level? How are you going to recharge? Because many of us are burnt out or getting close to that point. What are you going to allow yourself to do? Put it in the comments. Renee, where you at? What is your gas tank on? Right? For those of y'all who are just joining, we're doing a self-care check-in. Life is lifing, and adulting ain't as delicious as some of us thought it was going to be. Right? There are times where adulting and the responsibilities that come with adulthood can cause pressure. And sometimes this is the other thing that a lot of the people I coach, a lot of them don't even recognize that they are under stress. They don't even recognize it. Like they're just going and they're going. And they're like, dang, why am I so, you fill in the blank, right? Why am I so short tempered? Why am I I used to go to the gym and now I'm not going as consistently as I used to. I used to be eating healthy. I used to be full of energy and now I'm dragging. Those are all symptoms to indicate that maybe you are stressed and dealing with stress. Some of us are so used to being stressed that we didn't recognize that it was burning out your tank or burning your fuel really quickly, right? And so for some, you may have even gotten to a place where physically you're starting to be impacted. Now, I want you to think about that, right? Because stress, ongoing stress that is not dealt with, has an impact on your physical health, right? Even when you think about, and I'm telling on myself, years ago, I had a vehicle. And like I told y'all, I was doing that riding on fumes, riding on the light. Well, eventually, when you do that long enough, now I didn't know this, I know now, but when you do that long enough, it messes up the parts of the vehicle. And I want to say it was the fuel injection pipe, or maybe they made it because y'all know they be making stuff up. But something happened and the vehicle wouldn't start. And so I had to get a whole nother system put in or whatever they had to do, but it messes up. So I want you to think about that same way for your body. If you're not taking care of your emotional and your mental health, it will take a toll on your physical health. So you're wondering why you always have colds or coughs, or headaches. Your body, your neck, and your shoulders and back are aching at the end of the day. You're having gastrointestinal issues. Stomach is upset all day. I got to keep running to the bathroom. Some of that is related to the stress, the anxiety, the worry that you're carrying around. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? Right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I want you to think about it from the perspective of you owe it to you to take care of you. I had a person tell me one time, take care of what takes care of you, right? You need you. You need your body. You need your mind. So you are the one responsible for taking care of you. So I want to encourage you to think about how you can begin today or maybe tomorrow, but even today, look at maybe you can get in the bed a little bit earlier today. That's been my thing, getting in the bed, getting in the bed a little bit earlier, right? So what can you start doing today? Whether it's drinking more water. Some of y'all are drained and tired because you don't have enough water in your system. You're dehydrated and your skin is telling its story. I'm picking with you. But yes, some of y'all, if you drink more water, you will notice a marked improvement in your mood and in your energy. Now, that's a simple thing that you can do today. You can start today drinking more water. What about getting in the bed early? Right? Getting in the bed early. Maybe doing something nice for you. Paint your nails. Take a tub bath. Go for a walk. You got to give you permission, though, to do it, to take care of you. The flight attendants tell us all the time. What do they tell us, y'all? Put it in the comments. What do the flight attendants always say when they are doing their spiel? Who do they say to put the mask on, the oxygen mask on? Who does it go on first? Put that in the comments. Who does the oxygen mask go on first? You. Yes, you. Because if you are burned out, drained, you are not able to be your best. So you can't show up for your partner if you're drained and burnt out. You can't show up for you, right? So at work, can you perform your best? go because I'm tired and I don't even want to be here. Right? So you're not thinking clearly. So when it comes to making decisions and communicating, depending on whatever your role is, you need to be your best self. Even when you think about parenting, and I want to just stop here for just a moment. Many of us, especially if you're a single parent, you need to be on your game, your best game ever when it comes to parenting, especially if you're a single parent, because the interactions and the engagement that you have with your child, um, it's going to pay off. You're going to get a return on it one way or the other. Right? So if you are able to be present with your child, if you're able to connect with them in healthy ways, it's going to pay off. It's going to also pay off. Now, the dividends may not be delicious, right? The return may not be delicious if the engagement that you've had with your children has not been healthy, right? Meaning you were not present because you were so tired and drained and you didn't take care of you, that you weren't able to be present with them. So you missed out on their life, right? Or you were there, but you were so tired and drained and anxious or depressed because of life, you were snappy with them. You were irritable with them. They like, you know what? I don't even want to talk to mama or daddy, right? So taking care of you has long-term benefits. And sometimes we don't think about that. Taking care of you today has long-term benefits, both emotionally, mentally, and physically for you, but also when you think about the family and the relationships and what you're teaching and role modeling for your children. Are you helping to develop and create healthy adults? Or are you helping to create adults that's going to have to go to therapy when they get older? I know. We don't think about that. And for many of us who feel guilty when it comes to taking a break and engaging in self care, honey, you better put that guilt to the side and challenge your thinking, because the guilt is coming from what you're saying to you. So if you're telling yourself, man, me taking a break, that's not productive and I don't have value if I'm not producing or doing, the truth is actually the opposite. It's productive if you are rested. Because when you are rested, you are in the best state to connect with those in your life and to connect with them intentionally and in a healthy manner. So I want you to think of you engaging in self-care as an investment, not only to you, but to your family and to those you're connected to. How many of y'all have spouses or partners and you missed the cranky pants? You miss cranky pants, right? They trying to talk to you and you biting their heads off because you tired, you drained. I've been working all day. Don't talk to me. Right? It's because you have not taken care of yourself. If you had, you would be able to be present and connected with your spouse, who is your partner. You need a partner, right? And you want to have a good relationship with your partner. And so investing in your health, your emotional, mental, spiritual health is going to be very important for the dynasty that you and your partner are creating. So I want to help you kind of think about things in a different way, especially those who struggle when it comes time to taking care of you, doing things for you. You kind of feel guilty about it. Yeah. So I want you to check that thought, check that mindset that either I don't deserve it, or I don't have time, or, I'm not being productive when I rest. It's the other way around, honey. It's the other way around. Does that make sense how I'm saying it? It is the other way around. So I just wanted to come and check in on my people and see how you all are doing on this Wellness Wednesday. And I also wanted to just encourage you all to take the time for you that you need, but also to assess where you are, right? Where's your what level your gas tank is on? Are you like some of us below E, right at E? Is the light on? Is the car hucking and bucking? So I want you to assess that. I want you to think about that. And I want you to make a commitment to taking care, better care of you, because you deserve it. If you need help starting your self care journey, we have a self care becoming your own best friend course. You can find that on our website, www.rdhcounseling.com. And I want you to start thinking about how you can take care of you. Because you deserve it. You deserve it. Right? And if you don't take care of you, who else is who's let me get close. Who's supposed to take whose job is that? That's your job. So I want to encourage you. I want to help you take care of you because you deserve it. And those around you that you're responsible for deserve for you to be at your healthiest and most at your best, as best as you can be. All right, so stop driving around with the light on and commit to doing what it takes to be healthy as possible. Y'all put that in the comment. I want to see it. I am committing. Just say I commit, and we'll know what that means. All right. Happy Wednesday. I hope all of y'all are doing well. And I'll be back to talk with you all later on. Goodbye.